Good afternoon, Americans and humans, but more specifically to Americans, because this relates to you. Um, you have seemed to don't like your sports recently and started to gripe on them. Let's take the Major League Baseball postseason of this year, for example. Now, uh, you Major League fans hate what happened in the postseason so far, especially the Mets fans and the Dodger fans, because the Dodgers were one in the National League. Oh, don't forget the Braves fan too, huh? And the Mets and Braves were tied for second as far as wins are concerned, and they didn't last in the postseasons. The Mets, of course, because you could only have two uh, players that sit out the first round, they had to play the third round because they lost to the Braves. And they lost to the Padres. Now the Braves went into the Phillies, and everybody thought that the Braves were going to squash the Phillies. It turned around the other way, and the Phillies made the Braves look silly, didn't they? Yeah. And the Padres made the Mets look like they choked. Well, the Mets didn't choke. They shouldn't have been there in the first place. But, and I'm a Mets fan. And for me to say that is a blasphemy here. But I have to, because the Mets, they didn't choke. They just got lucky. And then when they played the Braves, a team that, well, had something going for them, but the Braves lost it in the series. I mean, where's their hitting? Where's that? Hey, now you got the Phillies and the Padres, which took down the Dodgers. Yoo-hoo, Dodgers. Where's your yippee ho ho this year? Where's it gone? Yo ho. Yeah. Oh, I'm loving the National League this year, right? Well, so now you got the Padres and the Phillies, and the Phillies just squashed the Padres 1-0 on one hit yesterday. So here's the situation, baseball fans. You got the number one and number two team out of the American League, and that went according to Hoyle. Okay? The Yankees, well, they got lucky. You must admit that they got lucky. And Cleveland, well, Cleveland's not there yet, even though they gave them fits. But if they gave the Yankees fits, imagine what the Houston Astros are going to do to them. Destroy them, probably in 5 games. So you're going to have the number one team from the American League in the World Series against a wild card. If you go back to the 1970s, in the National Football League, they started the wild cards in the middle 1970. Remember the 1976 or 75 Super Bowl? The Pittsburgh Steelers, the number one team in the AFC. Yay, Pittsburgh under Terry Bradshaw. Yeah. And the team that opposed them, the Dallas Cowboys. But the Dallas Cowboys was a wild card from the NFC. All the powerhouses from the NFC were gone. And still, Dallas almost won that World Series. I mean, that Super Bowl 21-17. They lost 21-17. But they gave fits to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And in 1980, the Oakland Raiders under John Madden, won as a wild card. And they repeated the same feat under Mr. Flores a couple years later. When you think of money over prestige and the teams that win, remember in the old days in baseball, One team represented the American League. You didn't have any divisions. You just had an American League and a National League, and you played the whole 154, then 162 games. And, well, the team that ended the first went to the World Series on each division. Like 1968, the Cardinals ended first. And they had Bob Gibson. And then you had the Tigers ended first with Don McLean and Mickey Lolich. That was a good World Series which the Tigers won over the Cardinals. But look at 1951. The Giants win the pennant! The Giants win the pennant! Yeah, 1951. The New York Giants. No, it wasn't the San Francisco Giants yet. They were still in New York, Rebo. Won the pennant for the National League. Of course, they lost to the Yankees under Mr. Stengel. Casey Stengel, you never could understand what he was saying because he always spoke Stengelese. Now that Americans, sports fans, especially baseball fans, is baseball at its finest. 2 teams. So now you got, 30 teams on each league or 15 teams on each league or something like that? And you got 3 divisions and 3 wild cards, and you expect to have the team with the best record in the World Series. Are you kidding me? Playing these small 3 games, 5 games, and 7 games. So 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5, and 4 out of 7. What kind of mentality are you saying, Americans? Especially you Dodger fans, you Braves fans, and you Mets fans. You Philly fans, you might still get burned because Houston will kill you in the World Series, or maybe the Padres will kill you in the LCS. We don't know. But if you win the World Series as a Philly fan, I will tip my hat to you, because that says that the law of unintended consequences has happened. You play short series and you beat the other team because it's a short series. So whatever happened in the regular 162 game season, you just forget about it. Throw it out the window. When you get into the playoffs, forget about your records, forget about everything else. Everybody's in. Doesn't mean that you win a division. So what's the use of winning a division? Ask the Braves. Ask the Dodgers. Ask the Cardinals. What's the meaning of winning a division? Can't ask the Yankees because they got lucky and won theirs. The Astros, well, they've been clobbering people left and right. So they're probably the true team in baseball this year. We won't know that till the end of the World Series. This is your favorite alien saying, come on, sports fans, especially you Major League Baseball fans, the Dodgers, the Braves, and the Mets. Oh, we lost. Oh, yeah. The Mets choked, the Braves choked, and the Dodgers choked. Really? They just got put with a team that got the better of them because they were playing short series. You want to really find out who the Meadow is? Go back to the Giants won the pennant in 1951 when they outlasted the Dodgers. That's another one of you Dodgers there. Yoo-hoo! Yeah, the Giants won the pennant and the Yankees won over the Dodgers, okay? Or the 1968 World Series before you went into divisions in 69 where the Cardinals outlasted everybody in the National League and the Tigers outlasted everybody in the American League. Boo-hoo! This is your favorite alien saying, quit griping. Good day.